listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself. Some things in this world I just can't explain. The old man lived out in the shack, out in the middle of the woods. He never did a lot of harm to nobody, but he never did do any good. People didn't think too much of him, they all thought he acted funny. But the old man didn't care about people anyway, all he cared about was his money. He stuck it all in the mason jars and he buried it all around. And on a certain night, when the moon was right, he'd dig it up out of the ground. He'd pour it all out in the floor of his shack and run his fingers through it. Yeah, Lucius Clay was a greedy old man, and that's all there was to it. Bow, 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 bow. But I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. 'Cause I never would listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself. Some things in this world you just can't explain. And the cable boy was white trash, lived over on Carter Street. It was mean as a snake, sneaky as a cat, and belligerent when they speak. One night the oldest brother said, "Yo, me being the Willie Swamp later, we'll take over Lucius's money and we'll feed him to the alligators." Oh. Fuck off. I found the old man out in the back with a shovel in his hand. 13 rusty mason jars he just dug up out of the sand. And they all went crazy and they beat the old man and they picked him up off the ground, threw him in the swamp, stood there and laughed as the blast water sucked him down. They picked up the money and ran, but they ain't gone nowhere when they realized they was running into quicksand. And they struggled and they screamed and couldn't get away. And just before they went under, they heard that old man laugh with a voice as loud as the thunder. It must have been 50 years ago, but you can go by there again. There's a spot in the yard and the floor of that shack where the ground is always wet. And on certain nights when the moon is right, you can hear the young man scream. You can hear the old man laugh. And if you ever go back in the Willie Swamp way, you better not go at night. There's things down there in the middle of the woods and look a strong man die inside. Things that crawl, things that fly, things that creep around on the ground. And they say the ghost of Lucius Clay gets up and he walks around, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself. And I couldn't receive it, 'cause I never would listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself. Some things in this world can't explain. Some things in this world can't explain.